What's going on? I'm on my own at the moment. I think the man am gonna check in. Today's kind of been my fault. We're supposed to shoot an episode in the barbershop, but I weren't feeling too clever, so I didn't make it to the barbershop. Oh, let me turn that down. I didn't make it to the barbershop, and so I'm here with you lot. I'd love to chat to somebody. What's going on, Tammy? What's going on, Debbie? What's going on, Tarnisha? What's going on, Jest? I knew you lot would be here, so I thought, let me just turn on the computer at 9 o'clock and see what go on. What's going on, Habib? I'll be honest, I have no idea what I wanted to talk to you, and obviously I can't interact with anybody, so I might just sit here and talk for the hour. It is what it is. This is all good. I might turn this off in a second. I'm just trying to find out where the man them are. I've sent them the Zoom link, so we'll see what go on. What's going on, Danny? What? It's been a weird week, innit? What was there to talk about this week? Loads of things happened. We haven't really had an opportunity since linking up last time. I don't think we spoke about Chip and Storms. Are we too old to talk about ground beef? Like, where? The man them are coming, don't worry. Are we like a little bit too right? There's like 23 of you guys in here right now. Have I still got the rare nephew? No. Do you know what? I ran out of bottles of rare nephew. Chip and Storms happened this week. What's going on, Aminata? I know there's like some other things that happened this week. Quite a few things happened. Yeah, I know. I don't even know if I want to talk about Chip and Storms. These are, you know what, Chip and Stormzy, two of the greatest MCs we've got in this country. And I'm excited to see if like Stormzy actually replies. I don't know about pulling up to people's houses. That's something else. What's going on, IO? No, we're going live tonight. Trust me. We're going live. Tory's potential getting 22 years. We're definitely not talking about Ivorian Doll and Renee. That ain't happening. Funny time he thinks that Stormzy's not going to reply. I think he has to. I don't think he's got much of a choice. I don't think it's going to come now. I read a tweet today that said that Stormzy's not replying because he's trying to give Heady One most of the shine this week. He doesn't want anybody else to be talking about anything other than Heady One's album potentially going to #1, which would be a very admirable thing. Although I don't know if that to be true. I think he's just going to drop it in his own time. I don't think this is a 24 hours to reply situation. I think you got to go home, sit down, do research, really get into what you're going to say to somebody like Chip. Because Chip's probably already got 8 tunes ready to go. It's not going to be a 48-hour scenario. Absolutely no way. So Stormzy's going to need time. He can't just quickly just do a 1 in out, 1 out. Kay wants to know, did Chip dry snitch? Are you talking about the video of Stormzy pulling up to his house? Is that dry snitching? I think like why Chip released that video is because people are going to want to know why Chip sent those 2 records. And I think the video kind of explains, it's like, look, you pulled up to my house, so I'm definitely going to send some butt shots. I don't know if it was dry snitching, it was more so an explanation of why this has happened. That's what I think. I don't know. Stormzy has to top Sideman's response. Big up to Sideman. Salute to him. My brummy brethren them. You know what I mean? Chip took 4 months. Stormzy. Yeah, it was it June, he said? So yeah, Stormzy has definitely got time. But I think what Stormzy really knows is that this is not going to be you know, that Wiley and Stormzy was like a week of them going back and forth, maybe half a week. This is probably going to be like a month. Solid back to back. Okay, what you need to understand is there's no such thing as G-code. Like G-code does not exist. Like the younger generation have destroyed that G-code thing. There's a rapper called 6ix9ine that came out and did like 800 million views. And no one cares about that stuff anymore. Yeah, unfortunately, that G code thing is done. You know, when G code was over, when the youngers were not scared of the olders anymore. I've seen the old youngers chief up the olders. Keep chatting. I wish I could get one of you lot on the line. This would be dope, innit? If we could chat to somebody. So it'd be like an X-Trade radio show. I feel like I'm breaking contract by like broadcasting right now. No one told the BBC. Yeah, there's no such thing as a G code. But yeah, man, I think in regards to Chip versus Stormzy, boy, Chip is just not one to play with, man. I think what Stormzy and Wiley did was fun. And I think we can all agree that Stormzy came out on top of that one, even though Wiley's a legend. But what Chip, I mean, there's Stormzy, I think it's going to be a long day. Not to say he'll lose, but I just think it's going to be a long day for Stormzy if he wants to go head to head with Chip. It's just going to be like a lot of bars, a hell of a lot of bars. I'm waiting for them. They're coming. Though. What's going on, Ricardo Williams? My good friend Ricardo. Hey, do you know what I want to say to me and Ricardo? That's my guy, my business partner as well. I've been off the radar, but I'll be back soon, bro. Marcus Rashford got an MBE. You know what? I've been thinking about this. Dizzy got one as well. Like, is that, especially in this time when we've all been talking about the British Empire and all that good stuff, like, would you accept an MBE? Funny, Tommy, would you, for your services to art and culture? I know you're listening. Would I? Do you know what? The thing is, I wouldn't accept it, yeah? I probably would accept it, let me not lie. I wouldn't accept it for me, though, to be like, yo, I'm gassed. I'll do it for my mum, because I know my mum would be so happy to tell her friends, them in the market while she's buying planting, that my son got an MBA. Yeah, my mum would be so happy. I would do it for my mum. My mum would just be so gassed. I don't necessarily think it's like a goal of mine to pick up that award, but I think my mum would be absolutely over the moon if I picked up an MBE. So yeah, funny, Tommy. What would you get? What would you pick it up? I don't know, man. Like, because then there's a section of like our community that'll be like, oh, you can't pick that up. Like, you're a sellout if you take it. And we know like very thorough people have turned it down. Big up to Benjamin Zephaniah. Some really thorough like leaders and pillars of our community have turned down the MBE. So I don't know, man. I'd think about it, but again, I think I would do it for my mum. I think I would do it for my mum. Funny Tommy says, morally, I wouldn't accept it, but on one hand, because it would bring you so much revenue. It would bring so much revenue after. Yeah. I mean, to have those 3 letters after your name opens a lot of doors. Hell of a lot of doors. Like, let's just be honest. But what it, like, the significance of it. But again, my mum would be gassed. And sometimes you got to do things for mumsy, innit? You know what I mean? Hold on, let me find out where the man them are, yeah? Stay there, guys. Hold on, Damon's just sent me a voice note. Damon can't come until 10. Can you lot come back at 10? What are you lot saying? Because I'll just keep talking and get somebody else on the line. See what I mean? Yeah, a lot of people saying they would take it. A lot of people saying they would take it. Funny time you saying I should do that. Do you know what? I would. You know what? I should. Like, should I do this before every cut the chat? Come on, find out what you want to talk about, and then we start the episode. What do you guys think? Like, we do that, but I want to like interact. Like, I'm trying to think of a way that I can get like some of you guys on the line. That would be dope, innit? Like, we could just like have callers, and I sit in front of it, and we just have a quick. We just have a quick chat, and so yeah, we're gonna come back at 10. Everyone's saying we'll come back at 10. All right, 10 p.m. We'll be back. I might come back early and do like the pre-cut the chat with you guys. Yeah, this was a fun 12 minutes. Love you lot. I'll be back. Back in 45 minutes.